chosen field of profession. Lord, we have done our part of imparting knowledge and skills in them. We thank you for granting them focus and strength. You wove in them the curiosity and determination that led them in their academic pursuit, and we are proud of what they have achieved. We also recognize this is such a kairos moment in their lives, a completion of a journey, a passage, and a commencement of a new phase in their lives. We commend them to you, Jehovah. As you have guided them in the past, lead them now into the future. Give them clarity in their calling. Help them understand their purpose and even to step into it, O God. Enable them to live their dreams, to discern what is right and good, and to use their gifts wisely for service of mankind. We speak the blessing of God upon them. None will falter, none will miss their way, but in all their endeavors they shall prosper. This is our prayer as Riara University, as we release them to go and innovate. In the name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Kindly let us take our seats or any other comfortable position. I now invite the Vice Chancellor to constitute the congregation.
In accordance with the powers conferred upon me by Statute 23, Article 5 of the Riara University Statutes, I hereby declare this assembly a congregation of Riara University for the purposes of conferring degrees and awarding diplomas of Riara University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, we will now usher in a session of few brief speeches, starting with valedictorian speeches by two of our graduates. We have invited the two graduates as representatives of all our esteemed graduates. The two had been selected in March for the physical ceremony. We will start with Collins Oluoch, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Laws degrees today, and is the immediate former president of Riara University Students Association. Collins.
Thank you. Our Chancellor, Dr. Wilfred Kiboro, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Robert Gacheru, our esteemed founders, Professor Eda and Daniel Gashukia, distinguished guests, parents, graduating class of 2020, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before you today is Collins Oluoch, a Christian, student, brother, friend, son, and today a graduate. And what an awesome day this is. I never for a second ever thought that Riara University would be gracious and magnanimous enough to honor me and grant me this opportunity to speak on behalf of graduating class of 2020. I'm greatly indebted and humbled for this honor. Allow me to disclose this. As a lawyer, I'm taught about full disclosure, and that I'm equally very expectant and tensed, just as you are, about what I will say. I've tried to think about what I should say, right, or what to omit. And I must confess it has not been easy. I promise to speak from my heart, however. So please, some kidogo claps, kidogo standing ovations will really help a brother. Forgive me if I don't meet your expectation. Our journey in Riara started 4 years ago, just as an idea, a concept, a thought, and a dream. Some of us dreamt of being lawyers, becoming diplomats, business persons, teachers, computer gurus, and journalists. For 4 years, we have had to sit through debates to defend our choice for higher learning. But today, graduates, we sit here with our crowns glittering because you've made it, in as much as it's virtual. So don't be too hard on yourself, child. Graduating class of 2020, we've really come a long way, and I really want to celebrate each and every one of you in a special way. If you ever doubt your abilities, if you ever doubted your abilities, or for a moment ask yourself if this was worth it, what a testament unfolding before your eyes today. That indeed it was worth it, and you've made it. Please join me in clapping for ourselves. For some of us, Riara was the first place we ever got to present in class, to delivering valedictorian speeches. From being shy to express ourselves, to flying abroad to win moods and debates. From having that first bad shot, to going ahead to win Kalasha Awards. From being defeated in Chongwanos, to now hosting your YouTube vlogs and channels. From owning your first suit, to now being a fashion model. From not having fair home, to getting that passport and flying abroad, to gracing billboards, magazines, and screens, and even getting a serious relationship. I mean, it was about time. Riara has indeed been that incubation for us, and we've morphed into individuals that are a testament of how much nurturing innovators is a reality. I stand here in retrospect and reflect on how this journey started. It's 2015, and I need to join campus. And my dad, whom today I have the honor and privilege to deliver my first ever speech, albeit virtually, I love you, Dad, asked me to get a law school of my choice. At this point, Coops had asked me to join Maseno University to pursue political science with IT. I questioned their wisdom. That I obviously, vehemently, and politely declined. I always wanted to pursue law, either University of Nairobi or Strathmore. They both politely and vehemently declined my application. I mean, what is karma? UN dared to refer me to their Mombasa campus to pursue law. I questioned their wisdom. I obviously, politely, and vehemently declined. At this point, every relative who believed knew something about law recommended some funny schools. Obviously, I still questioned their wisdom, and most of which I vehemently and politely declined. I chose Riara University against all odds, and when I called to inquire about admission, it was just on the deadline. Damaris Odero, who was on the line, accepted to extend this for me till the next week. I obviously submit to her wisdom. Congratulations, Damaris, as you graduate today. I humbly and politely accepted, and this marked the journey of my story in this place, that turned to be my home, my chilling spot, my school, my church, my club, my love, my everything. To vying in the first election as a class representative, and I lost very narrowly, I mean very narrowly, to Raju Baju, because he was light skinned. It was a thing then. To being an assistant class rep, I reserved for an opposite gender. And my classmates believed I could represent the female gender as a man. I mean, I questioned their wisdom then, but I moved on. Senior life, we move on regardless. To being a class rep, to executive director, academic affairs, to law school representative, to school president, to president, private university student association, to ambassador, Kenya University Student Organization, positions that I dutifully served this great institution in, positions that Riara University prepared me for. This is not because I was a spectacular leader. This is because Riara believed in me, and they nurtured and molded me. I'm forever grateful to Riara for this. And today we are speaking about empowering communities, and I've done my research, and I want to humbly submit to you, our esteemed Chancellor, that the world is unfortunately, or fortunately, not ready for us. This world is not ready for graduating class of 2020, and maybe that's why they had to send Corona our way. I know the story of Bobby Owuor, who every Tuesday shapes the narrative of this country among the youths, and at least 40,000 people watch his YouTube channel, East Mist West. I know of Abunde Danish from Siaya County, who every month brings students from high school to this school and mentors them. I know of Collins Washira, who has done videos that have won accolades and have been recognized abroad for highlighting societal ills. I know of Natalie Theuri, a computer guru, now teaching students about basic computer skills on top of a computer startup, not forgetting how she blesses us with her music. I know of Lavender Ndunga, who is the vice president of an international law students convention called NILS that sits in London. I know of Hainayat Haini Janebi, who is a representative of youths in the ESC ministry. I know of Patricia Rotich, who has a company called Sheria Bora that gives basic legal information for free to young innovators and entrepreneurs. And not forgetting yours truly, Collins, who every Monday analyzes business at Metropole TV as an economic analyst. I know of more stories than this, and I know that the world is not ready for us. These young ladies and gentlemen have outdone themselves beyond their classwork. We have built a library in Kibera as students. We've paid fees for our colleagues as students. We've hosted legal aid clinics as students. We've come together not once, not twice to impact the community. We've done all this before this conferment, our esteemed Chancellor. So be sure we can only outdo ourselves. We've gone through so much together to celebrating highs and lows, and at this juncture, I want to honor Benson Mugo today. Rest easy, bro. He ought to have been graduating today, but unfortunately, he did not make it. We've hustled for internships together, to sharing udaku together, dancing shaku and wabebe together. We've kunyuad and enjoyed nights together. We've lived our share in Riara. And as history will be written of this place, we have a place in it. And so today, my colleagues, this is my prayer for you, that may the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rain fall soft upon your fields, and may God always hold you in the hollow of his hands. For the 4 years, Riara has been patient with us, and I take this opportunity to specifically thank and appreciate the following. To Charles Kirui, you've always asked me to give more and be the best version of myself. You've counseled me in school, even in my business. Thank you. To Nicholas Moura, from your first day in Riara, we had tea together, and to uncountable tea dates. You've been a great friend to me and a big brother indeed as we refer to each other. Thank you. To Dr. John Murithi, a man of very few words. In those few words, you found still words to encourage me and cheer me on. Thank you. To the man who everyone calls my dad, to a mentor, a great friend, Professor Robert Gateru. Words fail me to describe you today. Thank you for always entertaining my thoughts and ideas, for creating time always to meet me and guide me. You are a true one. Hint, hint, we should have lunch soon again. To my family who are watching, RLS faculty, Riara University support staff, my friends, Arnold, Jackie, Benjamin, Chedi, Thomas, Grace, Eva, Khadija, Sasha, Koloski, Valerie, Oyo, James, Bobby, Duncan, Jojo, Lois, Ivy, Naima, Patricia, Tuli, Jeff, Mariam, Deno, Scholar, Naslea, Nyamwea, Koimet, Conrad, Jacinta, Kavata, Sponge, Monica, Lorraine, and my Michelle. You all made this worth it. Thank you. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, this one thing I know, that our beautifier keeps making everything beautiful in his own time. Step up with courage and confidence and tell your alma mater story. Change this space. It's all in your hands. What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. Go innovate and empower communities. God indeed makes everything beautiful in his own time. Karishizo Mashizo. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the second speech will be offered by a lady, Alviana Washeke, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Communication and Multimedia Journalism today, and is also the top student from that school. Washeke.
I give all the glory, honor, and praise to God, for without him we would not be here. The founders, Mr. Daniel and Dr. Eda Gashukia, the Chancellor, Dr. Wilfred Kiboro, Vice Chancellor, Professor Robert Gateru, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Dr. John Murithi and Professor Catherine Jane Gilla, my esteemed deans of schools, and my dean, Dr. Joy Mweni, faculty, members of staff, the Riara family, our dear parents and families tuned in from all over the world, and of course, Riara's graduating class of 2020, it is my absolute honor to deliver the valedictorian speech for this incredible student body. If anyone asked me to predict what the year 2020 would look like, I, like a lot of you, would be so wrong about so many things. We definitely are living in trying times, and we've had to adjust to the new normal. However, one prediction that we made 4 years ago has come to pass. Graduation. Here we are. And every time I reach a pinnacle of success in my life, I like to look back and see what the journey has been like. The ups, the downs, the challenges, the lessons, bittersweet, and it gives me a better sense of appreciation for what I have achieved. It is my sincere hope that the class of 2020 feels the same way. You have all come so far, worked so hard, and a crisis surely cannot shake the worth of our achievements. I've been in Riara since I was in kindergarten, and one of the most daunting moments was in class 3, where my class teacher, Mrs. Masinde, introduced us to long division math. That was when I decided to pursue a career in theater, where I would be as far away as possible from a calculator, unless I was counting my checks. Fast forward to university, and I went to South Africa, knowing that I was going to pursue a degree in pharmacy. After 1 year, I had a change of heart and felt that law would be the best option for me. After all, my family and friends definitely agree that there isn't an argument that I would lose. After 6 years and 1 semester short of graduating, I came back home and vowed never to return. I felt a sense of emptiness and loss. I didn't feel fulfilled, so I worked. I worked at a record label, entertainment industry. And that is where I found my passion, which was digital marketing and communication. I sat down with my family and expressed to them my desire to pursue a degree in journalism. Of course, it was a long talk, but eventually we came to the conclusion that I should follow my dreams. And definitely, I did feel deflated. Imagine going back to school with students who have come from high school, being the oldest person in your class, knowing that your peers are proceeding and going ahead with their careers, and feeling left behind. However, my brother did tell me that hitting rock bottom could be a blessing in disguise, because rock bottom can be the actual foundation on which one can grow. It was important to focus on charting my own path without the constant comparison to my peers. As Jordan Peterson puts it, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who people are today. And my mother, Tanzanian, tells me, kutangulia sio kufika, and I couldn't agree more. I'd like to extend my thanks on behalf of the student body to our family and our friends, our guardians, and everyone who has supported us along this way. We know that you've been patient with us and trusted us, invested time, money. You've supported us spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and for that, hats off to you. I've had the wonderful honor of learning alongside some of the brightest and smartest minds that Kenya has to offer. Yes, these people that were younger than me really had a lot to teach me. I can't forget bumping into Collins every now and then, Collins Wachira, with a camera and a brain filled with ideas of the next short film or documentary to shoot. I think of Ashley Mboya, who in her 2nd and 3rd year started a successful online business. That's entrepreneurship for you. And not forgetting Arnold Mogaka, Leroy Alushula, Anthony Miruka, who are taking Nairobi's entertainment industry by storm. I would also like to extend my encouragement to the students who are still in session. Learning online is no easy feat, and however, it is completely achievable. I personally draw inspiration from my 10-year-old niece, Neela, who had to learn online due to the circumstances that we're in today, and has embraced online learning and is quite the pro at Google Classroom, something that my peers and I struggled with in 1st year for sure. I know that we have a formidable and well-respected group of individuals who run the 6 faculties with very dynamic teams, and I applaud you all. I would like to, on behalf of the School of Journalism, talk about Dr. Joy Mweni, a force to be reckoned with. She's a no-nonsense, quick-witted leader who has broken glass ceilings and engaged us in thought-provoking discussions. The most iconic of them is the so what. She hit us with that because Dr. Joy really hates it when you cram information. It shows that you lack understanding. The so what was a way to follow through our facts with understanding and context, and for that, we are forever grateful. I thank Marion Amukudzi for her calming aura, and who has even acted as a therapist for us when the semester seems too stressful. I can't forget about Mr. Eric Kinyeki, who had us hating group work and then coming to appreciate it. Not forgetting the heavy projects he gave us, which gave us sleepless nights, but now are at the forefronts of our CVs and job applications. Funny enough, thank you, Mr. Kinyeki, and that's poetic justice for you. Mr. Kinyeki made us despise mediocrity, because once you become accustomed to mediocrity, it'll become a part of your consciousness. RU has given me a strong sense of gratitude. I absolutely am in love with the RU community. From Nyamwea, Mureithi, and the Askaris at the gate, who welcome you with a smile and a very firm, wapi school ID. I've also loved the open door policy in the faculty. After all, please tell me an institution where you can walk into the VC's office, say a quick hi, and share 1 or 2 ideas. I'll wait. I'd like to thank the IT department, the marketing departments, Rehab at the stores, Dennis, who I haven't seen seated ever. I have never seen Dennis seated on a chair. And I know you're responsible for a lot of what has happened. You and your team, I thank you. I can't forget Sironi for nourishing us. And even the vibandas outside where we go, we get chips on the go. I thank you all. I'd like to also thank the companies that have offered us internship positions. Internship is a crucial part of our graduation process, and it is compulsory. I encourage other companies to embrace interns. It's crucial for students, and one of the biggest internship stories is from my good friend, Njeri Timame. Njeri took a semester break, came back to school. During internship, went back to the company that she worked for, which is a big telecom, graduated, and now continues to rise in the ranks of that company. I applaud you, Njeri. It definitely is intimidating graduating into a world that faces more profound challenges than any generation has in decades. There's a lot of uncertainty, and while we don't know how long these times will last, I'm grateful for the fact that RU has equipped us to adapt and evolve. We're encouraged to be free and independent thinkers who know that the sky cannot be the limit if it's your viewpoint. I'd like to appreciate the fact that RU has taught us to harness greatness even before graduation. I think of my fellow graduate who spoke just now, Collins Olwoch, who was the school president with the infamous pizza campaign. He did follow through with his promises and can also be found on Metropole TV as an economic analyst. That just shows you that at Riara, you don't stick in your box. You may be studying law, but you have strength in economics. You could be doing one thing and another. I can't forget about Suad Osman and Joy, who formed the first girls' football team. This was quite an achievement, and as team manager, I could not be more proud. RU has had a number of events, such as the Digi Edu Hack last year, which was iconic. I also would like to extend my sincere thanks to Sumita and the Advancement Office for the 3 years that we have had the Aspiring Innovators InterVarsity competition. This competition has brought the greatest minds Kenya has had to offer, people like Mr. Manu Chandaria and Vimal Shah, ambassadors from all over the world, coming here to interact with us students. How lucky are we? Of course, I can't forget about Bobby and Sasha and the crew that is East Meets West, YouTube sensations. We always used to make fun of people on YouTube who say, hey, welcome to my channel, but look at them now, doing so well, and I could not be more proud. I personally would have never discovered that I can MC events or do voiceovers, leave alone speak here in front of this crowd, but I am grateful. At RU, we have learned not to be boxed in. I have seen law students recording songs at the studio. I have seen the most timid girl from the School of Education strut on the catwalk with Naomi Campbell confidence. I have seen our cleaning staff give their opinions on the current state of affairs in the country on a student documentary. I've seen a certain person MC a robotics event with very basic knowledge on physics. That's RU for you. And of course, I can't forget our VC, Professor Robert Gateru, who produced his very own critically acclaimed film, 18 Hours. As my grandmother likes to say, hapana cheza na Riara. My grandfather, who is a visionary and a dreamer, refers to this campus as the Kibra campus, and I couldn't agree more. I would like to extend my thanks to the Kibra community for living with us, welcoming us into their space, and helping us on many occasions. I remember as journalists going into the community, conducting interviews with vendors, visiting children's homes, and homes for survivors of gender-based violence in order to conduct or to shoot documentaries, and being openly welcomed. We felt that we were making an impact on the community. Well, in fact, they have made an impact on us. I will always be thankful. I'd like to close with the lessons that I have learned that I hope will encourage everyone. We do not know how much time we have left. Les Brown tells us that you've got to be hungry. You've got to develop a sense of urgency and honor yourself by using your God-given talent because you owe yourself a fair shot. I say this in memory of the late, great Mr. Ken Walibora, of Ben, Marianne, and John, who passed away. And we owe it to ourselves and to them to be the best version of ourselves, grab every opportunity, and live life to the fullest. May they rest in peace. I have learned to learn. In my confusion in studying pharmacy, law, etc., my grandmother fondly gave me the nickname, the professional student, and that, in fact, is the title of my speech. However, I would like to correct you, Shosho, because now, instead of a professional student, I am a perpetual student. There's no end to learning and always an opportunity to learn. I have continually learned from my experiences and interactions, and even from my failures. At every corner, there was a great lesson to behold. Think of Beyoncé, who has won 24 Grammy Awards, but has lost 46 nominations. Those are 46 rejections. But tell me if she looks fazed. I'd also like to say that we should not glorify success, and never should we feel entitled to win. Rick Grisby put it quite interestingly when he said, "Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity, while pride is the burden of a foolish person." And Mr. Kendrick Lamar said, "Be humble." I encourage you to be great. Be great by pursuing great people. I find it very well and good that we have wonderful role models and innovators out in the world and in international scale. However, I'd like us to look closer to home. Think of Dr. Edda Gashukia in the field of education, Wangari Maathai and Vanessa Nakate in environment and climate change, Roy Alela, who invented the smart gloves, Richard Turere, Kenya's first youngest patented inventor, Gabriel Nderitu, who did build his own homemade plane. However, it backfired. But guess what? Even in that, there was a lesson to always try. I can't stop without thinking of Wanuri Kahio and Judy Kibinge in the world of film and the great strides that they have done. Read great books. Did you know that if you read one book per month in any particular area for the next 5 years, you will be amongst the top 5% experts in that field? And I'm talking about in the world. Dream great dreams and take great risks. Don't go where the path may lead, but go where there is no path. Make great sacrifices and develop great habits. My classmates can attest to the fact that I love writing and doing class presentations. I got into the habit of asking for help. My grandmother and my brother have been my proofreaders and have given me real talk and real feedback about my work, and I'll always be grateful. Never be too proud to ask for help. Will Durant said that you are repeatedly what you do. Therefore, excellence needs to be a habit and not an act. I appreciate the fact that I am valedictorian. However, I have to beg the question, so what? I could be valedictorian today and do nothing with my life tomorrow. What will that amount to? Nothing. Excellence is a habit and not an act. I encourage everyone, top, bottom, middle tier, everything that you do needs to be continuous. And everything you need to do has to be with a purpose. I'd like to end with saying, pray great prayers. I'll read from the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6 to 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my humble duty to introduce the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Finance and Administration to invite the Vice Chancellor to make his remarks. Dr. John Mureithi is the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Riara University in charge of Finance and Administration. He holds a Doctorate of Business Administration from the California School of Business and Organization Studies in San Diego, California, an MBA from United States International University, Nairobi, and a Bachelor of Education in Chemistry from the University of Nairobi. Dr. Mureithi is a proven leader in the corporate world and also has impressive university experience both in teaching and administration. He is a former CEO of various organizations, including Mater Hospital in Nairobi, JK Watt Enterprises, SC Johnson East Africa, and has previously served as a member of JK Watt's University Management Board and the Governing Council. He has won various professional awards. Please visit the university website for his full profile, as well as the profiles of all other senior managers of the university. Dr. Mureithi, welcome, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my humble duty to introduce the Vice Chancellor of the University before I invite him to make his remarks. Professor Robert Gateru is the Vice Chancellor of Riara University. He holds a PhD in microelectronic engineering and semiconductor device physics from the University of Surrey in the UK, a master's in the same field from the University of Cambridge, also in the UK, a Bachelor of Science first-class honors in physics from the University of Nairobi. He is a fellow of the Cambridge Commonwealth Trust, a senior member of the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, a member of the Education Sector Board at the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, among many other board positions. He previously held senior management positions at the Kenya Methodist University and Kabarak University, and has published widely and won various awards and grants. Please welcome your favorite Vice Chancellor, Professor Gateru.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mureithi, and our two valedictorian speakers. Congratulations, Alviana and Collins. What we didn't tell you is that Collins has climbed Mount Kenya with the flag of Riara University and left the flag on top of Mount Kenya. And Alviana also graduates as the top student in the entire class of 2020. So congratulations. Our dear Chancellor, Dr. Wilfred Kiboro, our founders, Daniel and Eda Gashukia, directors, members of the Board of Trustees, council members, our partner organizations, parents, guardians, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before we begin, I wish to call us to a somber moment in honor of the few colleagues that we've lost in the last 12 months. As was mentioned even by the students, we lost 3 of our students at different times over the last 12 months. One is Benson Mugo Kangeve, John Adada Denda, and Marianne Omtata. And of course, one of our most distinguished scholars, the late Dr. Ken Walibora. And what saddens me most is that 3 of these wonderful individuals lost their lives through avoidable road accidents, including Benson, who had completed his studies and was due to graduate today. We will still award his degree posthumously, but I kindly request all of us to rise for a moment of silence in honor of our departed colleagues. Thank you. You may be seated. May their souls rest in peace, and we will forever hold them dear to us. Today, I'm filled with many mixed feelings. On one hand is a feeling of great loss, because for our graduates, I was really looking forward to shake all of your hands, as is the norm at Riara University. But right now, we'll shake your hands electronically and virtually. Congratulations to all of you. But I'm also grateful that because of this ceremony, all of you who continue to secure opportunities, both locally and abroad, even as economies reopen after COVID-19, will not be denied by the pandemic. So congratulations. However, my greatest fulfillment comes from the fact that I know majority of you personally, and I'm fully confident that you have what it takes to utilize this disruption as inspiration for you to achieve all your dreams and aspirations, no matter what life throws your way. from my interactions with you, I know the deep passions you all have and how much you've grown and exploded during the time you have been at RU. And I think our speakers have enumerated a little bit of what has been achieved by all our students. So congratulations, you've all truly inspired me. I wish I could mention all of you, the likes of Oden, Steffian, Sean Rambo, Edward, Wamboi, Faith, Tess, Bobby, Collins, Madeleine, Joki, Hanan, Michelle, Amar, Eva, Bilal, Natalie, Grace, Carlton, Hitesh, Ashley, Arol, Haggai, Tanya, Aurelia. Oh my, I wish I could mention all of you, but we may be here the whole day. And I know we'll also be awarding some of you later in the Excellence Awards. But I really urge all of you, our graduates, to remain true to the course and really take this moment to plan for the rest of your life. And I know you have what it takes for you to succeed. What I can assure you is that we will not let you off the hook until we see all of you become the exemplary men and women of honor that God has destined for you to be. You all have wonderful stories, and you know that I know that you do. And I wish I can enumerate all of them. But today, Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to just highlight one individual phenomenal story to act as an example of the many stories that we have in our graduating class of 2020. I have chosen to highlight this story because this is a phenomenal lady who you will all agree deserves true recognition as a representative of all our hardworking, talented, and inspiring graduates today. The lady I want to just recognize, her name is Karen Gugi from the School of Computing Sciences. Karen joined Riara University with a hearing impairment, and she decided to undertake a computer science degree, which she did with a sign language interpreter throughout her entire time at RU. And as I recognize her, I also wish to recognize her interpreter, Miriam Nekesa, a mother of 3 and a grandmother of 4, who has been with Karen throughout her time at RU and even before. The above notwithstanding, Karen has lived one of the most exciting lives, always full of energy, full of humor, and quite a bit of uchokozi on everybody else. And I say a bit just so that I don't get her into trouble with her dad. But above all this, and listen to this, Karen graduates today with a first-class honors degree in computer science, and as the top, and she's also the top overall student in the School of Computing Sciences with a cumulative average of 76% across all her courses. Isn't that remarkable? We invited Karen to join us today, and she's here with Miriam, so I want to request Karen to please come to the stage for us to just applaud her and give her standing ovation and a small gift, really, from the Chancellor in recognition of her outstanding excellence in academics and all round. So Karen and Miriam, kindly come to the front. We acknowledge you. And as they come, I want to show you how we acknowledge in sign language. You don't clap. This is how you do it. So be ready, and we will, this is Karen, and this is Miriam, and these two phenomenal ladies. We recognize you today, and Chancellor, I present to you Karen, so that we present with her a small gift that we've prepared for her in recognition of her contribution. Let's all appreciate Karen, and those who are at home, feel free to join us. Celebrate, sign language, ululate. So congratulations, Karen. That is a mural that captures a little bit of your time in RU. You can turn it around to the cameras. That's Karen, beautiful smile. Congratulations. You may be seated. For our graduates and indeed all those watching, I hope that Karen's story, and indeed of those many others who are graduating today, will continue to inspire us that no matter what life throws at us, the power to determine the kind of lives we want to live is in our hands. COVID-19 should also call us to a moment of sobriety on how brief life can be and how quickly things can change. I therefore urge all of you to always live each day as though it was your last. Make the best of each day, not just for yourself, but for humanity. In the interest of time, allow me not to say much. I wish, as I said, I wish I could highlight the wonderful, amazing stories we have in our graduates. But allow me to conclude by first thanking our dear parents, our guardians, the sponsors, friends and relatives of our graduates for always being there for these wonderful souls. I know it has not been easy, but I can assure you that it is the best investment you can ever make to them. And I know they have made you proud, and they will continue to make you proud. Special thanks to all our staff, the lecturers, the deans, the support staff who have worked with these students throughout, all our partners who we cannot name, but they're available on our website, and also, of course, our partners today, NTV, More Sound Events, Kenneth, and Detail International, who have been with us for a long time for sign language services. As I finish, our diploma students, I am grateful that we are still with you for your degree programs, and we thank you for still choosing us for your degree studies. And we look forward to welcoming you back to the campus again very soon. We miss you so much. Thank you for choosing to journey with us, and we remain committed to you fully. To our degree graduates, please go out there and be all you can be. We know, and I know, that you have what it takes. Take every moment as a gift to leave an indelible mark on earth. Go therefore, innovate, inspire, create, love, heal broken lives, lift others up, give hope, conquer, and create even more beautiful stories. Always remember, you are RU, I'm RU, we are RU. RU forever, friends forever. We are definitely and infinitely proud of you. May God truly bless you and your lovely families and keep all of us safe from COVID-19. Congratulations, class of 2020. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I sit, I wish to introduce our dear Chancellor and invite him to come and make his remarks. Dr. Wilfred David Kiboro is the Chancellor of Riara University. Dr. Kiboro is a renowned and distinguished career leader and captain of industry. His name is a household name in Kenya. He began his career as a technical sales engineer at Shell International, where he was swiftly promoted to technical sales manager in charge of manufacturing, sales, and marketing. From those humble beginnings, Dr. Kiboro went on to be at the helm of 6 different major companies. Presently, he holds various positions, namely, he's a group chairman of Family Bank Limited. He's a group chairman of Nation Media Group, who are very good partners of Riara University. And he's also the chairman So he is also the chairman of Wilfare Investments Limited. He is on the board of Greening Kenya Trust, Air Uganda, Rhino Arc, and many others. Dr. Kiboro previously held the positions of Chief Executive Officer at the Nation Media Group, Chairman of Standard Chartered Bank Kenya Limited, Managing Director at Rank Xerox, among others. Dr. Kiboro has been bestowed with numerous awards, including the Elder of the Order of the Burning Spear by His Excellency the President, Leadership Shines Through Africa, and he is an ICT Hall of Fame lifetime inductee, to name a few. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my honor and privilege to now invite you to address the congregation.
The sponsors of Riara University, Eda and Daniel Gashukia, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Robert Gateru, Deans of Faculties, Council members, faculty members, non-academic staff of Riara, the government officials here present, students, parents, guardians, and sponsors, the graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning, good morning again. Good morning. Let us smile. It's a good day today, and let's clap for ourselves. Thank you. I want to start by thanking God for this day, which we have all been waiting for a very, very, very long time. It looked like eternity. And to say how happy I am and delighted, how delighted I am to be presiding over this commencement ceremony. Allow me to congratulate you most sincerely on your achievement. You have managed to come this far and to excel due to your discipline, dedication, commitment, resolve, and most importantly, your hard work. I commend you for this. Guys, you have every reason to feel proud about yourselves. It's a big, big achievement, and it's a big deal. It really is a big deal to graduate. So I think I just want to say that you have every reason to feel good about yourself and to savor the sweet taste of success in anticipation of the success that actually awaits you. Well done. Hongera. To the parents, sponsors, guardians, well-wishers, I know this has been a long, long, long journey. Just imagine the first day these kids of yours went to the kindergarten and how far they have come today to wear their cap in graduation. It has been a long, long day. And I want to say that through the grace of God, today you can sit down and relax and actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. Hongera sana, and I think let's thank God for that. To the faculty, asanteni sana. We entrusted our children with you for these last 4 years, for some a bit longer, and you have actually done us proud. You have mentored them, you have looked after them, you have guided them to become the young men and women that today they can deliver the kind of speeches you had earlier today. We are really so proud of you. Thank you so, so much. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, this graduation ceremony was actually supposed to have taken place on the 19th of March. But then, as fate would have it, on the 13th of March, the government announced that there was we are going to go into a partial lockdown with the restricted movements. They also enforced the social distancing. And as a result of that, we are not able to hold this ceremony. So we had to forestall the holding of this ceremony because we couldn't actually hold it physically. So we want to apologize as a university for not having been able to do it earlier. But then, as we know, there is time for everything. There is time for everything. I know you have waited for a very long time since March. Now we are in July, almost going to August. We really want to say that the pain that you felt waiting for this moment, we also felt the pain. But this is, I think, the day that God had chosen for you to graduate. So let's not look back and just enjoy the day as it comes, because this is how God planned it. The COVID-19 pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, has turned our lives upside down. We have seen partial or total lockdown across the world and disruption of trade, businesses, and supply chains all over the world. Institutions of learning have not been spared, including universities. The universities, as you know, have closed down in practically all countries around the world. Many sectors have also suffered very, very, very heavily, from the media to the banks to travel industry, hospitality industry, name it, farmers, everybody, their lives has been turned upside down. We have seen institutions, resorting to pay cuts for their staff, a very, very painful exercise, and also just in an effort to survive and contain costs and so on and just stay afloat. It has been a terrible, terrible experience for everything. But I think we have seen also, even maybe looking closer to home, that this pandemic has affected the learning calendar, right from the kindergarten, primary and secondary schools, who are now staring at losing a whole academic year. Some of you are parents. Your kids have been home, I don't know since when, almost since March and April, and people don't know even what to do. Homeschooling has now become the order of the day, and the life has been turned upside down. But I want to say this today, that devastating as this pandemic is and has been, it has taught us some useful lessons. First and foremost, it has taught us that we must adapt. It has taught us that we must innovate. And it has also taught us that we must learn to live our lives differently. Just look at the way we are behaving today, wearing masks everywhere. We have to live differently, and that is one of the lessons that we have learned from this COVID thing. So life as we are accustomed to is gone. And I think that's the message I want to pass today, that we need to internalize that and understand that life is not what it used to be. The human race, however, has demonstrated through centuries that it has the capacity to adapt to new challenges and navigate these situations successfully. And I know we will. We are a resilient and resourceful race, and I'm confident that over time, we shall overcome this pandemic. Yes, we will. We must not lose hope. But let me also warn that we shouldn't take this situation lightly. This pandemic will inflict a huge toll in its wake, and only those who are nimble, quick to learn, react, and adapt will survive, and I dare say, even perhaps thrive in this environment. Life will and must go on. It is for this reason that the University, Senate, and my office considered it imperative to hold this ceremony virtually in order to release you all to go out and get on with your lives. We cannot keep you at home indefinitely. Believe me, no matter what people tell you, and especially we know the diehard pessimists, there are many opportunities out there. I don't subscribe to the view that the world is not new. is not ready for new graduates. We are ready. Your job today, as you go out into the world, is to figure out for yourself how and what service you can offer to the consumers of that service. Jobs are created by providing services or goods to another person who finds that service or the goods you are presenting to them worthwhile and which add life or value to their lives. And the way we live as human beings is not going to change that much, other than maybe the kind of physical things we are seeing. So the demands for the services will always be there. What we have to figure out as the new graduates is to figure out now, within the new normal, how do you then provide the service and goods to the people who need that service? Let me just elaborate and say the people who have graduated today with the degree in communication and media, don't expect to go to a media house like Nation or the Royal Media or the KTN and so on to do your work. You have your camera, you have your smartphone, you have your brain, you can do anything from your home and create the kind of content that people would be prepared to pay for. News and content is not created in the newsrooms. It is created and is out there in the field. And it's your job to go and figure out how you can purpose for what you have read there, put it into a content that people can buy, and you can set yourself into business. This is what we are talking about now, relooking at how we reshape ourselves in terms of how we move around in the new normal. For those who have graduated in IT and technology and so on, digital is the future. You don't need a building like this to actually set up a business. What you need is your computer and your intellect to do the kind of things that you need to do. You have to figure out how people will be operating in the new normal and see how you can connect the various people who need the various kinds of services, and you can be the intermediary there, and there you create a business. So I want to say that the ability to study, comprehend, and intelligently apply the newfound language and skills is one of the truest marks of humanity. Only human beings have this ability. As you graduate today, we release you to join a community of scholars, scientists, and leaders who have proven that mankind can indeed conquer any obstacle placed before them. But this, ladies and gentlemen, as you have learned, particularly the graduating class, does not come easily. It comes after a lot of toil and many, many sacrifices along the way. I therefore urge you to accept and internalize that we are in a totally different era. To survive and thrive, you have to learn to think and act differently, even in the most challenging of circumstances. You have to think positively, learn to adapt, and take every setback not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as an opportunity to learn or unlearn, and to push yourself to new limits and new territories. In conclusion, I wish to leave you with the words of a futurist philosopher, Alvin Toffler, who wrote, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn and learn and relearn." The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen, and it's quite simple. Act, or you'll be acted upon. Life, as we knew it, has changed, as I've said, and since change is the only constant you can truly rely upon, learning to live in the changed environment, purposing to navigate and adapt in it, is essential for you to thrive in the new world under the new normal. I wish each one of you, your parents, friends, and relatives, God's blessings, good health, happiness, peace, and prosperity in your life. I hope that despite the hardships that we are going through, that the parents of the graduating class will put some money aside to give the children and the young men and women some good treat. I know things are hard, but please go to the bottom of your piggy bank and get the little you had saved for tomorrow. Let the young men and women go and have a good time. As you celebrate the young men and women, because we hear quite a lot that there are a lot of young men and women behaving badly, please remember COVID-19 is here. It's not a joke. It is there. So please take care, protect yourself, not only for your own good, but also to protect your parents. I think it would be a terrible thing if you went to have a good party, and then tomorrow you come, you're infected, and a few days later you infect your mother, your sponsor, or your grandmother, and then they pass on. I think it would be a terrible thing for you to live in. So go and have a good time. You deserve it, but do please observe all the directions that we have been given by the health authorities. So the class of 2020, congratulations. May you thrive and shine in all you do. Asanteni sana, and God bless you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, we thank you for the truly inspiring message to our dear graduates and to us all. We want to follow it up with a phrase from the song Friends Forever, dedicated to our graduates who would have wished to be with us today, but we still love them deeply. Graduates, this is dedicated to you. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together, and as our lives change, come whatever, we still be friends forever. Graduates, in the words of our Vice Chancellor, we are all friends and we are family forever. Remember, I am RU, you are RU, and we are RU. Let us remain that way forever. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor and privilege to invite the Dean of Students, Mr. Nicholas Mwaura Kinyanchui, to present the candidates for the Excellence Awards before we confer the degrees and award the diplomas. Mr. Nicholas Mwaura has a proven track record in educational leadership, teaching, alumni relations, quality assurance, research, and resource mobilization. He is a doctorate candidate at the University of Vector, Germany, holds a Master of Education, Administration and Planning, and a Bachelor of Education, English and Literature from the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. His research interests are in education for sustainable development and the drivers for human success as driven by positivity and self-discipline. Mr. Nicholas Mwaura.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's my pleasure and honor to request your permission to present the following graduates for various awards of merit, starting with the Vice Chancellor's Roll of Honor. In the interest of time, I will not read the full profiles of the students, but this will be available on the university's website for perusal. The Vice Chancellor's Roll of Honor. The Riara University Vice Chancellor's Roll of Honor is presented in every graduation to the overall outstanding students in academia in each school for having satisfied the rigors of coursework, assignments, term papers, projects, fieldwork, internship, and research. Additionally, the nominees have shown great curiosity for scholarship, and we present them to the world as highly potential academic leaders. The recipients of the 2020 Vice Chancellor's Roll of Honor in each school are: in International Relations and Diplomacy, degree category, we have Pauline Wisogora Mulinda. Diploma, Joy Babala Naitore. In Communication and Multimedia Journalism, for degree, we have Alviana Washeke Gashukia. For diploma, we have Michelle Gachoi Mwai. In education, for degree, B.Ed Arts, we have Kisa Collins Kundu. Again, in education, B.Ed Early Childhood, we have Nancy Mabera Obaga. In computing science, we have in degree category, Karen Wanjiro Ngogi. Diploma, we have Shasha Waithira Onyango. In the School of Business, degree, we have Minal Hitesh Patel and Virginia Wanjiro Gedui. Diploma, we have Jane N. Muchui. Law, we have two for degree in law, Mary Mutuko Kalunde and Maureen Mungai Wamboi. The next category is Jerry Global Children Award. The Jelly Global Children Award is awarded courtesy of the family of distinguished Professor Michelle Mugo, who is a member of Riara University Council, in support of economically challenged but bright students by providing bursaries to assist them with financing part of their education. The 2020 Jerry Global Children Award recipients are Faith Mombi Murithi from the School of Law and Brian Jory from the School of Computing Science. The next category is Community Service Award. The Riara University Community Service Award is presented in every graduation for outstanding service to the community, both within Riara University and beyond. The recipients of the 2020 Community Service Award are Faiza Yusuf from the School of Multimedia Journalism, Collins Washira, Multimedia Journalism, Madeleine Cherop Biwot, Education, Lisa Mumbi Macharia, Law School. Sports Award. The Riara University Sports Award is presented in every graduation to graduates who have demonstrated outstanding performance in sports in male and female categories. The recipients for female category in this year 2020 are Aurelia Bata, who happens also to be in our midst today, from the International Relations and Diplomacy. Linda Lagonga from the School of Business. And for the male category, we have James Garcio Bogua from the School of Business. The next award is Innovators Merit Award, which is presented in every graduation to graduates who have demonstrated outstanding innovative and entrepreneurial skills both within the university and beyond. The recipients of the 2020 Innovators Merit Award are Oden Kimaro from Computer Science Ravenda Dunga from School of Law. The next category is Excellence in Leadership Award. The Riara University Excellence in Leadership Award is presented in every graduation to the outstanding transformative leaders amongst the students. The 2020 awardees have been visionary, motivating, team players, supportive, and influential in the university and beyond. The recipients of the 2020 Excellence in Leadership Award are Wasonga Abude Danish, Education; Mase Wamboi Dwati, Computer Science; Arol Dut, International Relations and Diplomacy; and finally, we have the Chancellor's Award. The recipient of the Chancellor's Award happens to be in our midst, so I will ask him to stand in front of the camera so that he can be seen as I read his profile. And this is Collins Aruoch from law school. The Riara University Chancellor's Award is bestowed in every graduation to the overall outstanding student in academia, leadership, community service, internship, innovation, club, and other co-curricular activities. The recipient of this year's award has been outstanding in all these areas, both in national and international platforms, and has even managed to climb Mount Kenya, this was mentioned by a VC area, and hoisted the Riara University flag on the mountain, among other achievements. Congratulations, Collins Aruoch. Please join me in applauding the awardees of the graduating class of 2020.
To our graduates class of 2020, we have now come to the moment that you have been all waiting for, the conferment and award of your degrees and diplomas by the Chancellor. We are indeed proud of you all. Before I invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Affairs to direct the proceedings for the next stage, please note that we have some important notices on how you will collect your certificates, among other announcements at the end. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor and privilege to introduce and invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Affairs to direct the process of conferment of the degrees and awards of diplomas of Riara University. Professor Jane Kathleen Giller is the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic and Student Affairs at Riara University. She obtained her PhD in Analytical Chemistry from the University of New South Wales, Australia, besides a Master of Science in Chemistry and a Bachelor of Education Science, both from Kenyatta University. Professor Ngila is a seasoned scholar with significant experience in teaching and research. She has lectures in various institutions in Kenya, Botswana, and South Africa. She has won several Women in Science awards by African Union and the South African government, among others. She is a fellow of various academies of sciences, as well as a member of numerous professional societies. For full bio of Professor Ngila, please visit our website. Professor Ngila, please welcome.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Mr. Chancellor, sir, kindly allow me to introduce the deans of schools and heads of departments to the congregation. Before I invite them to present their respective candidates to you, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the following senior leaderships of the various schools of Riara University. I will read their summarized biographies, but I would like to invite you to please visit the university website to see their impressive full profiles. They will stand one by one as I introduce them. I start with Professor Abel Kinoti. Professor Abel Kinoti is the founding dean of the Riara School of Business. He holds a doctorate degree in commerce from Nelson Mandela University, South Africa, MBA, marketing, and Bachelor of Commerce, accounting degrees. Professor Kinoti is the founding chair of the Academy of International Business Africa chapter. He heads the China Research Base in Kenya in conjunction with Guangdong University of Foreign Studies. He is a business incubation expert with many years of experience. He is widely published. Professor Kinoti, you may be seated. The next is Professor Felix Musau, who is the founding dean of the Riara School of Computing Science. He graduated with a PhD in computer science and technology and a Master's of Science degree in the same area, both from Central South University in China, where he was the first foreign student to complete his doctoral studies on time. He has previously worked at Kenyatta University as the Director of ICT, the Chairman of Computer Science Department, and the head of all IBM projects. He was also the founder of the Kenyatta University Cisco Academy and a recognized researcher at the ICT Authority of Kenya. Professor Musau is an ICT and network security expert with many years of experience and has published widely. Professor Musau, you may kindly sit. I would like now to introduce Dr. Margaret Jeru, who is the head of Department of Education at Riara University. She holds a PhD in elementary education from the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign in the USA. She holds 2 master's degrees in linguistics from the University of Nairobi and the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, respectively. Dr. Jeru has worked in various institutions in Kenya, Tanzania, and the USA, and has published widely. Her research interests are on modern pedagogical practices in education. Dr. Jeru, you may be seated. The next is Dr. Joy Mweni. Dr. Mweni is the head of Department of Communication at Multimedia Journalism. She holds a PhD degree in Communication and Information Studies from the University of Nairobi, a Master's of Arts in Broadcast Communication from Daystar University, and a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Literature from the University of Mysore in India. Dr. Mweni has many years of experience in media and communication for development, with a particular emphasis on mainstreaming of gender issues. She has worked in various organizations in Kenya, such as the Nation Media Group, and has also served as a judge in the Media Council of Kenya Annual Journalism Excellence Awards. She has also published widely. Dr. Mweni, you may get seated. The next in the line is Dr. Francis Oditi. Dr. Oditi is the head of the Department of International Relations and Diplomacy. He holds a Doctor of Philosophy, DPhil, in Civil-Military Relations from Masinde Mulilo University and Technology, Science and Technology, and a Master's of Arts in International Development from the University of Nairobi. Dr. Oditi is a recipient of Research Excellence Awards and the Association of the African Universities, the Institute of French Research in Africa, and the European Union. He has served in various capacities with international organizations, including the United Nations in Girgir. Dr. Oditi has many years of experience. He has won many fellowships and is widely published. Dr. Oditi, you may get seated. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to invite the deans of schools and heads of departments and to present their respective candidates for the conferment of bachelor's degrees of Riara University, starting with the Riara School of Business, followed by the Riara School of Computing Sciences, the School of Education, the School of Communications and Multimedia Journalism, and the School of International Relations and Diplomacy, in that order. Professor Kinoti, you may approach the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfy the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and the Council of Riara University for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration of Riara University. Accounting option, second class honors, upper division, James Garcia Bogwa, Mumtaz Andam Mohammed, Mutua Cynthia Dira, Sirham Akhtar Lehaman. Second class honors row division, Joseph Getau Karanja. Finance option, first class honors, Makaka Evelyn Chepkoech, Mina Itesh Patel, Virginia Wajiro Gidhui. Second class honors upper division, Aling Alinda Akumu, Amna Suhail Kwaleshi, Burje Juma Burje, Caroline Wamboi Mwangi, Efie Atieno Owol, Jim Kinanga Munene, Adija Nul Shego, Mire Mwanziu Mbidhuka, Mohamed Musa Elela, Patricia Wangali Gichinga, Lashmi Dinesh Volsani, Shamsha Adam Mohamed, Sophie Wawira Joe. Second class honors lower division, Benson Mugo Kangede posthumously. David Kuna, Joshua Omondi Ochieng, Nigel Kori Mulaya, Tom Johnson Okinda, Yusuf Abdullahi. Human resource management option, second class honors upper division, Bavin Leravji Verani, Damaris Auma Ondero, Derek Kamau Megui, Jude Cherono Koech, Sana Akhtar Afsar, Zulfa Sharif Alawi. Second class honors row division, Anan Umaid Nasal. Marketing option, second class honors upper division, Duncan Wachira Maura, Edwin Mugendi Diira, Grace Wanjiko Kihato, Jeremiah Musembi Mutinda, Saunda Suleiman Nadan, Tonya Wambui Njuguna, William Mutui Mutisia, Brian Joroge Waweru. Second Class Honors Rwa Division, Ian Kivi Changawa, Dominic Ochieng Ohash, Corins Otieno Odindo. Procurement, Supply Chain and Logistics Management Option, Second Class Honors Upper Division, Edwin Linka Papai, Eva Wangui Kiuna, Enrique Mondio Musau, Mohamed Hussein Ahmed, Newton Juma Obote, Phil Ibrahim Wanyama, Langonga Aweka Linda, Stanley Mwaura Ngugi, Sylvia Sidoya Kamau, Second Class Honors Rwa Division, Bulean Etuati Kasura. Congratulations.
Hello? Okay. By the powers conferred upon me by Section 38(3)(a) of the Universities Act and Statute 23(3) of the Riara University Statutes, I confer and admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration of Riara University. You have earned the power to provide facilitative leadership that enhances competitive business operations, to innovate new business ideas, and to promote societal prosperity. You may stand wherever you are in honor of your award. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and Council of Riara University for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and the degree of Bachelor of Business Information Technology, respectively, of Riara University. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, First Class Honors, Karen Wanjiru Ngugi, Nyongesa Staus Okumu. Second Class Honors Upper Division, Abdallah Fuad Fahim, Hamed Bakrali Arain, Alpha Imani, Biral Malik Iftika, Davis Raymond Muro, Dishon Bahati Nyongesa, Emmanuel Mwenda Muriungi, Kimaro Peter Oden, Masi Wambui Duati, Natalie Bura Theori, Nicole Ayoti, Piero Mwangi Jega, Chaza Mebob, Omar Kevil, Veronica Wambui Mwangi, Bachelor of Business Information Technology, Second Class Honors Upper Division, Fatuma Hassan Khalif, Fred Marcel Oomwem, Frida Mweni Mutanu, Irene Brenda Oluoch, Kareli Marombe Stephen, Kamau Gakobo Aaron John, Stephian Wakarima Kagiri. Second Class Honors Division, Lower Division, Janice Gadhoni Kibuja, Timothy Joroge Oduol. Congratulations.
By the powers conferred upon me by Section 38(3)(a) of the Universities Act and Statute 23(3) of the Riara University Statutes, I confer and admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Business Information Technology of Riara University, respectively. Yes. You have earned the power to transform the society through technological innovations that advance true humanity. You may stand up wherever you are in honor of your award. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfied the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and the Council of Riara University for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Education Arts and the Bachelor of Education Early Childhood Development and Education, respectively, of Riara University. Bachelor of Education Arts, First Class Honors, Emmanuel Wangila Barasa, Kisa Collins Kundu. Second Class Honors Upper Division, Arnold Luvonga Nashali, Bernard Ngisa Onserio, Betty Kwamboka Somoki, Bianca Nyaruai Gikunju, Boniface Wanyonyi Katami, Brenda Chemgetich Ngeno, Carlton Koome Murathi, Chepkirui Dorcas, Chepkirui Winnie, David John Omwami, Edward Omwata Onsare, Eli Kimtai Mangut, Eric Kipkirui, Felix Kibiwot Kemboi, Janet Achieng Ochieng, Kiboi Brenda Nicole Chemtai, Kiprotich Nicholas Rono, Kipsei Anthony Kiprop, Madeline Cherop Biwot, Martin Kathurima Kemathi, Mercy Ameo Fundi, Mudhuri Amos Muriuki, Muya Lucy Njeri, Nelly Atieno Owiti, Njuguna Martin Muirore, Oyunge Nyamwange Justus, Peter Karanja Maina, Quinta Akoth Ojunga, Salome Mora Nyabaro, Selfrin Waswa Shirsia, Victor Kiprotich Langat, Wasonga Denish Abunde. Second Class Honors Lower Division, Gilbert Moturi Ngoge, Jeff Mwalimu Rwanjau, Onesmus Juma Wafula, Philip Amamba, and Ruth McKenna Njiro. Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Development and Education, First Class Honors, Nancy Mabera Obaga. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, Lilian Wanjera Wawero, Maxine Bithe Bithuka. Congratulations.
By the powers conferred upon me by Section 38(3)(a) of the Universities Act and Statute 23(3) of Riara University Statutes, I confer and admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Education Arts and the Bachelor of Education Early Childhood Development and Education of Riara University, respectively. You have earned the powers to lead the transformation of the world by nurturing talent and guiding the life of knowledge through education. You may stand wherever you are in honor of your award. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates, whom I have the honor to present to you, satisfied the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and the Council of Riara University for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Communication and Multimedia Journalism of Riara University. First Class Honors, Alviana Washeke Gashukia, Kaniz Fatma Sheikh. Second Class Honors, Upper Division, Amar Adam Suleiman, Anthony Okoth Miruka, Ashlim Adhiambo Mboya, Brenda Mudhoni Kenywa, Collins Washira Githinji, Cynthia Wambui Murithi, Faith Jepkoech Kiprop, Faiza Mohammed Yusuf, Josh Marvin Okalo, Margaret Gathoni Ngatia, Sasha Wanjiko Gadhuma, Timame Njeri Wanyoike. Second class honors, lower division, Arnold Mogaka. Congratulations.
By the powers conferred upon me by Section 38(3)(a) of the Universities Act and Statute 23(3) of the Riara University Statutes, I confer and admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Communications and Multimedia Journalism of Riara University. You have earned the power to be the voice of the voiceless, to ethically influence public and private policy and practice, defend the truth, hold to account the powers that be, and to tell the stories of our people. You may stand wherever you are in honor of your award. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you certified the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and the Council of Riara University for the conferment of the degree of Bachelors of Arts in International Relations and Diplomacy of Riara University. First class honors, Sidela Grace Kariuki, Diana Rose Ocheng, Hodan Khalif, Pauline Wasogora Mulinda, Arol Isaac Dute. Second class honors upper division, Acheng Harriet Onyango, Aisha Mkami Mugisha, Auriel Fosa Mbata, Cynthia Njeri Mugima, David Alia Aleso, Ibrahim Mwasinzo Waraka, Efinduta Nyaga, Esha Shilo Bachu, Faith Nyambura Kimandu, Habiba Hussein Hassan, Hagai Imbiaka, Hayanat Muhammad Janeb, Henry Cohen, Hibo Muhammad Nur, Ian Omolo Ojuang, Ivi Morangi Mongare, Joan Morangi Munga, Joyce Mudomi Mwaniki, Judy Kinya Mudaura, Madeline Gladys Kisama, Maureen Nashipae, Mukera Mungai Mwashuma, Natasha Muganda Maria, Ngina Stephanie, Nicholas Munene Gadongo, Nicole Maria, Njoki Gaderu, Omar Mwanarapa, Quildin Muhammad Khalif, Ronald Ngala Shuja, Ruth Wangui Kimani, Samuel Odhiambo Ochieng, Shukri Sirat Abdi, Terry Kagwiria Mtuma, Terry Musaibu Kamisha, Zahar Abubakar Ali. Second class honors, lower division, Abdulkadir Mudogo Ismail, Ann Mora Motari, Ayub Nasir Ate, Beldin Natichi Nyabera, Christian Kentet Ntutu, Dennis Morati Muredwa, Eric Karirwa Maina, Fahim Adam Suleiman, Ladi Amin Lazari, and Naomi Sakari. Congratulations.
By the powers conferred upon me by Section 38(3)(a) of the Universities Act and Statute 23(3) of the Riara University Statutes, I confer and admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Relations and Diplomacy of Riara University, respectively. You have earned the power to lead an exemplary life as a global citizen throughout your career in international relations and diplomacy. You may stand wherever you are in honor of your award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my honor to invite the deans of schools and heads of departments to present their respective candidates for the award of diplomas of Riara University. Graduates, when your name is called, please wait until the Chancellor awards you. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfy the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and the Council of Riara University for the award of a Diploma in Business Management. Distinction: Abigail Mombi Kagwanja, Biri Odhiambo Onondo, Cynthia Ausi Ochieng, Jane Muchui, Jesse Wajao Muturi, Shalin Atieno Njabuya, Vitalis Nyongesa Simiu. Credit: Afandi Elmda Ahmed, Ainda Yemen Alzar, Anthony Wambua Mwoki, Anthony Wanjoi Mwangi, Collins Simiu Gatama, Dennis Mwangi Waome, Esther Wanjiko Macharia, George Dhuo Maura, Lene Lamogi Paul, Leon Roma Ochieng, Liloe Paul Alan Fernandez, Lynette Welimo Mwangi, Mariam Mahamud Abdullahi, Maureen Kinanu Murugu, Mohamed Hussein Ashraf, Priskalit Mwende Mutuku, Susan Sira, Timothy Daniel Ojwang, Yvonne Wambui Mbogwa. Diploma in Procurement and Supply Chain Management. Distinction: Atem Amos Ering, Mana Solomon Gerblathen, Shanice Kwamboka Moirogo. Credit: Angela Awino Ouma, Daisy Achando Ngoro, Erin Mumbi Karuga, Jacqueline Ligawa Kavesa, G. Musa Mutua, Lewis Junior Robo, Seramalis Bide. Congratulations. Please await the award by the Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfied the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and the Council of Riara University for the award of Diploma in Business Information Technology. Distinction: Sasha Waithera Oyango. Credit: Lynette Adhiambo Oture, Stephen Kaungi Nikubaitu, Nigel Pepion Mwangi, Ted Shelton Mwangi, Robert Merusi Sola. Diploma in Computer Science. Distinction: Ian Kibet Ruto, John Dungu Murimi. Credit: Moses Mwasia Kioko, Nadia Indarus Abdallah, Vincent Onyango Otieno. Diploma in Information Technology. Distinction: Mayonge Nabagala Sala. Credit: Camila Cherop Kipoech, Masinde Sophie Mumbi, Sin Rambo Ojwang, Tasnim Isaac Maati. Congratulations. Please await the award by the Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you satisfy the Board of Examiners, the Senate, and the Council of Riara University for the award of Diploma in Communication and Multimedia Journalism. With distinction, Ashley Munyiva Mbithi, George Mwangi Muturi, Grace Waithera Mushendu, Joseph Kidhome Sila, Michelle Gashui Mwai, Tanya Wawira Asibiko. With credit, Arthur Otieno Odara, Basil Rito Okech, Bobby Awor, Clancy Kejeri, Diana Nyaboke Achuti, Doris Cherono Kurgat, Eldad Karaoke Mudhangu, Erickson Jordan Nyachon, Jean Jerry Karaoke, Justin Paul Wandol Mungogo, Kevin Omondi Wandolo, Kilian Mutua Mweu, Lautisha Jalamani Ogola, Michelle Ann Juma, Rebecca Kasiva Musembi, Samira Abdirahman Ali, Charlene Tracy Wanjiro Brown, Sheila Imani, Valerie Mugone Kaniaru, Pass, Christine Watiri Chege. Congratulations. Please await the award by the Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, the following candidates whom I have the honor to present to you certified the Board of Examiners, the Senate and Council of Riara University for the award of Diploma in International Relations and Diplomacy. Distinction. Beatrice Wambui Muturi, Becky Adiele Adunyuku, Christabel Kerubo Nyokunu, Daryl Joseph Amolo, Fauzia Nimo Mohamed, Grace Marion Mudhoni Ngede, Hafsa Hussein Ibrahim, Hassan Kipkorir Cheriot, Ibrahim Sheikh Mohamed, Irene Mutitu Muturi, Johan Wanjiku, Joy Barbara Naitori, Stasi Miloini Sakaja, Tiffany Ndioki Muema, Victor Mudama Wambua. Credit: Abdulharim Muhammad Hassan, Amina Muhammad Farah, Amuzia Jefferson Chigozie, Anita Jelagat Chesire, Anosike Wisdom Nyokubu, Anthony Mwangi Njenga, Sala Abdo, Beatrice Kipleting, Berire Heidwa Nzenga, Bethel Teshag, Brian Sirawa Owino, Brian Kariuki Njeru, Christine Gadoni Kariuki, Christine Wanjiru Kinyanjui, Enoch Ontuoma Onchiri, Faith Ndenge Galgalo, Gertrude Silantoi Lenaya, Grace Gadoni Kamau, Grace Wanjiru Njau, Ivan Namasaka Chetambe, Jacqueline Boisabi, Jade Wamere Mbai, Jane Wanja Kiragu, Joy Akeyo Omwango, Joy Mudhoni Njeri, Joy Ruguru Gadanga, Joy Stacy Mudomi, Laura Mado Nyando, Lauren Cherotich Kimketich, Lina Dawa Akinyi, Lincoln Cosby Muma, Losim Nikumi Santo, Lydia Wambui Nyokabi, Lynn Wanjiru Nthuku, Marion Kache Karisa, Mark Marangu Nyaga, Mark Mukunya Mbogo, Marvin Chege Kaburu, Masakwe Kakai Collins, Michael Wanjiru Waweru, Mildred Wakanyi Muigai, Michelle Agnes Achando, Monica Muringi Ngatia, Musumba Karim Hakoma, Nicole Judith Solwe, Feli Jen Acheng, Samantha Wendy Wanyang, Sena Atieno Masi, Charlene Kagika Mugadi, Sharon Wanjiru Gakuo, Sophia Chepkenei Chirchir, Tamara Wanjiru Muigai, Teresia Wambui Njeri, Omkatum Abduhai Farah, Viona Kerubo Osoro, Winnie Acheng Obote, Winnie Chelagat Boit, and Yasmin Mohammed Sheikh. Congratulations. Please await the award by the Chancellor.
By the powers conferred upon me by Section 38(3)(a) of the Universities Act and Statute 23(3) of the Riara University Statutes, I grant and admit you to the respective diplomas of Riara University that has been awarded to you, and charge you to do all that appertains to the said diploma. Congratulations.
Once again, hearty congratulations to our esteemed graduates, class of 2020. You now have the power to go innovate and impact communities. Mr. Chancellor, sir, and our physical commencement team here today, please join me in a standing ovation in honor of our graduates. We may clap. Thank you. You may now take your seats. I now invite the Dean of Students to offer a vote of thanks and make announcements to our graduates. Mr. Maura.
I'll begin with the announcements. Once again, congratulations to all our graduates. You are now proud alumni of Riara University. And on that note, I would like you to take note of the following. One, that for those who had collected the gowns, you should return them by 7th August. The return of gowns is by 7th August. Then the collection of the certificates will run from 10th of August. You are requested to collect your degree and diploma certificates from 10th of August this year. May I take this opportunity to profoundly thank the following. We want to start by our Almighty God for His grace, which is sufficient to all of us. We also want to thank our graduates, our brand new alumni who had to graduate in an unfamiliar way due to unprecedented times occasioned by COVID-19. But we want you to know, irrespective of all this, you are meant for greatness, because difficult times breed great people. So go be great in whatever endeavors you engage in. We thank you very much for understanding and accepting to graduate virtually. We also want to thank our parents, guardians, who invested and who chose, together with the graduates of this university. We value you and we appreciate you. We want to thank our founders, Professor Enda and Mr. Daniel Gachukia, We want to thank the Board of Trustees, the Council, the management of Riara University, and the staff who put their best to ensure our graduates are prepared for the world. We want to thank NTV for partnering with us, for streaming this event live. We want to thank Mossad, who are our partners and at the same time who have been involved in the production of this event. We want to thank our good friends, Detail International, who are always with us with the support of sign language interpretation. Our good partners and friends, Kenneth, that's Kenya Education Network, for providing us with unlimited bandwidth to make sure that there are no hitches as we air this event live in various media. We want to thank all our partners who we may not mention by name. And if we have forgotten you in any way, please, we seek your indulgence. Thank you very much for all your support. Thank you.
As we come to the end of the ceremony, I invite us all to stand for the dissolution of the congregation and the playing of East African Anthem. For those at home, please feel free to stand and join us in honor of our fresh graduates. It is now my humble duty to invite the Vice Chancellor to dissolve the congregation.
Congratulations once again. Congratulations, class of 2020. We are truly indeed proud of you, and we look forward to seeing you on campus very soon, even for selfies that we've been denied temporarily. So we look forward to that, and God bless you. And now, in accordance with the powers conferred upon me by Statute 23, Article 5 of the Riara University Statutes, I hereby declare this congregation dissolved.
The East African Anthem.
Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.